Picture this. A fire moves through your neighborhood in the middle of the night. You get your family out safely, which is everything. But by morning, your home is gone. And then your insurance company asks you to provide a complete list of everything you owned. Every piece of furniture, every appliance, every tool in your garage. And you've got nothing. No photos, no receipts, no records. Just your memory of a house full of stuff. Welcome to Insurance Talk Texas. Today, we're talking about home inventory, why most North Texas homeowners don't have one, and why that gap could cost them tens of thousands of dollars at the worst possible moment.
That scenario is not hypothetical. Families across Texas are living it right now during peak spring storm season. They're sitting across from insurance adjusters trying to reconstruct from memory every single item they owned. It is a brutal position to be in, and it is completely preventable. If you haven't built a home inventory yet, this episode is for you. And if you're not sure whether your coverage is set up to actually pay what you'd expect in a major loss, that's exactly the conversation to have with Schell Insurance. They serve Frisco, McKinney, Plano, Prosper, Allen, and all of Collin County and Denton County. Reach them at 972-423-4546.
Let's start with how personal property coverage actually works. A lot of homeowners think their policy just covers the house itself.
Right, and that's one of the biggest misconceptions we see. Your homeowner's policy has a separate layer called Coverage C, personal property coverage. That's what pays to replace your belongings after a covered loss. Furniture, clothing, electronics, appliances, kitchen contents, garage equipment, everything. That limit is typically set at 50 to 70% of your dwelling coverage. So on a home insured for $400,000, your personal property coverage could be up to $280,000. Sounds like a lot, but here's the catch. Without documentation, you often can't collect what you're entitled to.
The insurer isn't just going to take your word for it.
Not a chance. When you file a personal property claim, you will be asked to document every item. Description, brand, estimated age, estimated value. And if you're trying to do that from memory after losing your home, research shows you'll recall only a fraction of what you actually owned. People forget the garage. They forget full closets. They forget how much clothing a family actually accumulates. That's where claims get underpaid, and it's why Schell Insurance encourages every client to have this conversation before a loss happens, not after.
Talk to us about replacement cost versus actual cash value. That distinction is a big deal.
It is a huge deal, and most people don't know which one they have until they're staring at a settlement offer. Actual cash value pays what your item was worth at the time of the loss, with depreciation applied. A 5-year-old television that cost $1,000 might pay out $200. Replacement cost pays what it costs to buy a comparable new one today. The gap between those two numbers across an entire household is enormous. Call Schell Insurance at 972-423-4546 and ask which valuation method is on your policy. That one answer could matter a great deal if you ever have to file a claim.
All right, let's get practical. How does someone actually build a home inventory?
The Texas Department of Insurance actually has free resources to help, and the process is simpler than people think. Start by grabbing your phone and doing a slow video walkthrough of every room. Open closets, open drawers, show what's in the pantry, the garage, the shed, narrate as you go. That video alone is more than most homeowners have. Then build a written list room by room, brand, model, approximate purchase date, estimated value. For appliances and electronics, write down the serial number. And critically, store all of it somewhere other than your house. Cloud storage, email it to yourself, share it with a family member out of state. If your inventory is on a laptop that burns in the same fire, it's useless.
What do people most commonly forget?
The garage is the biggest blind spot. Power tools, lawn equipment, bicycles, sporting goods, camping gear. People don't think of it the same way they think about furniture, but it adds up fast. Clothing is another one that's consistently underestimated. A family of 4 replacing full wardrobes is a real line item. Kitchen contents, every appliance, every piece of cookware. And if you own high-value items like jewelry, firearms, or collectibles, ask Schell Insurance about scheduled endorsements. Standard Texas policies have sublimits on those categories that can be a fraction of what you actually own.
And if something does go wrong, what should homeowners know about how documentation affects the claims process?
It changes the dynamic completely. When you walk in with a video, a written inventory, and receipts, you're presenting evidence rather than asking the adjuster to take your word for it. Texas law backs you up too. Under the Texas Prompt Payment of Claims Act, insurers have to investigate within 15 days and pay a valid claim within 60. And SB 458 gives you the right to an independent appraisal if you dispute the settlement. Visit SchellInsurance.com, that's SCHELL insurance.com, to connect with a North Texas agent who knows exactly how to navigate this.
What's the single most important thing you want North Texas homeowners to do after listening to this today?
Grab your phone and start that video right now. Every room. Open the closets, show the garage. You are not trying to create a perfect document today. You're trying to create something that didn't exist yesterday. Then call Schell Insurance to confirm your personal property limits and valuation method actually reflect what's in your home. Your policy can only pay you for what you can prove you owned. Build that proof before you ever need it.
There it is. If you're in Frisco, McKinney, Plano, Prosper, Allen, or anywhere in Collin or Denton County, the team at Schell Insurance is the call to make. Reach them at 972-423-4546 or go to schellinsurance.com. That's SCHELL insurance.com. Thanks for being here on Insurance Talk Texas. Stay safe, stay covered, and go build that home inventory today.